Hey, what's up, everybody? Lots transpired. Y'all follow me on IG, Facebook, or whatever else. Um, Great things are moving. Um, it's been 6.5 months since Jen passed, and um, we're still smiling. So, shouts out to that. Did a podcast, celebrated her birthday. There was a Profile Mag article out, so. Some dope things have transpired probably since the last time I posted a video. And I'll talk through some of that stuff in a little bit or in subsequent videos. Or excuse me, upcoming videos. But today, as I was looking through, excuse me, the last video. And fun fact, I really don't watch many of the videos after I post them. But I happened to browse through a little bit of the last video through the funeral, and it took me through, or it took me to, excuse me, the night, um, that Sunday after the fact. I think that Sundays or that Monday, it was either Monday, Tuesday, but shortly after the funeral, everybody was headed back to their destination. So we had a full house. Every room, every bed was being used, and I was looking forward to people leaving. Not that I didn't want people to stay, um, but you know, I knew in this situation I wouldn't really be able to grieve the way I needed to grieve until it was just me and the girls. I needed to go through routines by myself. I needed to do things by myself. I needed to um experience what things would be like and start getting things in order to how like the future would look like. And that amount of help with people who needed to go back to their lives, I knew it wasn't going to be reality. Now, listen, my family would drop what they're doing if I told somebody or people to move in here. People would figure it out, and that's what they did, right? I said I needed a nanny. I couldn't get a nanny right away. Everybody pitched in and made a schedule and supported us. But I needed to start making decisions. I needed to proceed with the girls, right? Like, I think at this up until this point, the girls probably had like 1 week of school and then the next week after that, everything happened. And so we need to get back into the rhythm for the school year. This is Zizi's first time in school. Like there was so many things that I'm just like, all right, we got to get back to some level of normalcy now, or whatever normalcy is going to look like. Like we got to start establishing that. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was nervous and scared as hell, um, and overwhelmed to say the least. Just to think about like, all right, how am I going to do this? Like uh, when it was both myself, we were just moving, and now it's like just me. How is this gonna work? And the night after when everybody left that night, I think I probably got like 3 hours of sleep because I was so anxious. I didn't want to get it wrong. I didn't want to get things wrong. And I think for many people, I think, when you are going through something like this, that step or the awareness of, what your next steps are going to look like or what like the future is going to look like, it's very, very important that I think you start moving towards that, because the longer you stay in something that's not going to be reality, the more comfortable you get. And then when reality sets in, you're now figuring it out. And so I just wanted to rip the band-aid off and start pushing forward towards whatever life was going to look like at that point. And the next like 4 weeks after that were hard. Um, Hartford hard, but it could have been harder. And I think I say it could have been hard. And this is when I'm thankful. Sometimes you think about your situations and you're like, you see them as daunting, right? Like I got four girls, so it's like, hey, how is this going to work with the four girls? And that's I think where my I the natural reaction is to be overwhelmed. And I got my moments when I'm super overwhelmed. But I'm thankful that I have the four kids, because I can't sit in a state of being consistently overwhelmed all the time. my kids will see it, man. They'll see it, and then it causes them to spiral, and it causes them to probably wonder all these things. And so, um, and quite frankly, they don't care. When they wake up, it's like, Dad, we gotta get out the house. I need my lunch made. I need this. I don't care how much sleep you got last night. This stuff needs to get done. When they come home from school, I gotta go to this place, that place. What's for dinner? I'm hungry. Um, yeah, like my feelings are the last thing that they care about. And so it forces me to be on, it forces me to be present, it forces me to not be in a state of mind, because the last thing that I want to do is contribute to their grief or contribute to their frustrations, right? They got enough to go through. And so that was, so it's almost like morning and evening, I had to be on and had to be in a good state of mind. And so, I wasn't working at the time, so I had to process my emotions at that point. And so that idleness, I use that time to process a lot. I use that time to read. I use the time to meditate. I use the time sometimes to just get out and just drive and go to the supermarket and just interact with people, right? Like I needed some level of that. At this time, I wasn't seeing a therapist. Like I think I hadn't seen my therapist probably till like end of October, probably actually November, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, I wasn't seeing anybody, and so um, yeah, I just needed during those period of time to think about like life, think about what just happened and process what just happened. And listen, man, it's hard, but like I said, that band-aid needed to be removed, and um, it was heavy, and it still is, and there's still times of feeling overwhelmed. And people would always ask me, "How you doing? How you feeling? How you doing? How you feeling?" I say the same thing to them now. And my pastor said this to me, and it's so true. And I say it like I said all the time now, which is, um, I can't. I gotta live day by day. Gotta live moment by moment. I can't worry about tomorrow. Like, there's so much that can be unpacked and thought of about the future. I cannot I cannot sit in that. I cannot focus on those things, right? Like, if I focus on all of those things, um, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Like, if I focus on four kids and the baby and what you gonna do with the baby and all questions I ask or I thought of, but I can't sit on those questions. Can't sit on how's this gonna look like? How's prom? Can't sit on it, right? Like, those times are gonna come, and we'll deal with those times when they come. In the meantime, I have to deal with October. I gotta deal with November. I gotta deal with the days. I gotta boil it down to moment by moment, moments that ladder up to days. And for me, as I do that, that's when life becomes more manageable. You know, that's when I can sit in and post a pic of us smiling or bugging out and doing what we do, because, you know, you only get moments, right? Like, life is made up of a bunch of moments, um, and memories, right? Like, at this point, all really you've got left of Jen is those memories, those moments, that we made. Um, and so make the most of them. Um, and that's how I kind of get through a lot of things. But yeah, I'm glad I ripped the Band-Aid. I'm glad the Band-Aid was ripped in the way manner in which it was, because it allowed me to experience things a lot quicker. It allowed me and the girls, I believe, to heal together, in a way that we needed to process what just happened amongst us. And it's crazy. We probably don't spend that much time talking through, like, the situation, but we spend a lot of time talking. And so, like, that's super dope for me, because again, it's part of how I think. we as a unit have grieved. As we as a unit are processing everything that's going on. So, um, yeah, man, like I said, those 4 to 6 weeks, um, were different. Uh, I cried, I laughed, um, did a lot of reflection, or have been doing a lot of reflection. But as I said, key things for me, for those in similar situations, is rip the band-aid off, start the process, and take it one moment at a time. And more than anything, enjoy those moments for sure. So, more to come, more videos. I know a couple people have been asking me questions about wanting to see a bit more of what my life looks like, what fatherhood looks like for me right now. Um, we'll see. I don't know how much. I don't know what you guys will think about me after you see some of um, that raw videos, I should say, of me and the kids. Um, but we'll see. We'll see how I can make it happen. But appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, send me messages on IG, Facebook, YouTube, anything that you guys want to talk about or share about, by all means, hit me up. All right. Take care, y'all.